Wisconsin Heights Barnabelle second, Ben Guerin of Cuba City third. I think we're backtracked though.
And I think the sign isn't quite right either,
Yeah,
because we only had 3 on the 1600.
You're correct. We'll get caught up.
And we've got Section 1 of the boys' Division 1 mile going on
not
the
too
track.
much happening,
and it was a clean start, and we're off and running.
All right, we'll set the field then for the 1600 meters. It includes David Ecker of Eau Claire North, Eric Swarsky of Chippewa Falls, Gustavo Gordillo from Badger, Jake Petri from Muskego, David Fassbender from Slinger, Gabriel Egan, Brookfield Central, Nolan Rudd of Greendale, Pete Colopy from Marquette University, Cade Farron, Beaver Dam, Bryce Tomey from Franklin, Randy Johnson from Ashwaubenon, Nick Peterson from Green Bay Preble. This is Section 1 of 2 here in the Division 1 1600 meter run.
And these young men have run some great times to get here to the state meet. They're in Section 1, which isn't the fast section. They've run some great times and earned themselves a trip here. It's going to be rather tough, though, with the field we've got in the 1600 in the next section to break into the podium or even in the top 8, I'm afraid. They could run a great time here and still not podium.
David Ecker of Eau Claire North had the lead. And now he has given up that advantage as David Fassbender of Slinger decides to run in front. 12 runners in Section 1, 13 more in Section 2 of the 1600 meter run for Division 1 boys.
You know, I had a good friend who grew up in Slinger.
Yeah.
And he never called it Slinger. He called it Schlesingerville. That's what they call it.
Excuse me?
Yeah, I said, I thought you're from Slinger.
Schlesingerville?
Well, yeah, but we call it Schlesingerville. I don't know. Yeah. Seriously.
Ooh, little stumble there. I don't know if they got their feet tangled up or it was just a stumble by the Slinger runner. That was Fassbender, but he is able to pretty well maintain his pace and stay in second position.
To clarify what we saw before with the mixed 100-meter dash wheelchairs winner, Joe Schubert of Marquette was number 1, Ty Weiberg second, he's from Chi-Hi, Ben Guerin from Cuba City third, Audrey Kleis Garcia of Wapala fourth, Matt Haas of Wausau West fifth, and Leah Jolson of Burlington sixth. They're now handing out more wheelchair awards, and that's the ones we talked about, where Weiberg won the 1600-meter wheelchair, Brendan Ojibwe of Wisconsin Heights second, and Ben Guerin of Cuba City third. But Weiberg of Chippewa Falls, the freshman, won the 1600-meter wheelchair.
Correct.
Ecker looks like he wants to take control of this section.
Gustavo Gordillo from Badger leading.
They're coming through in a nice time. There goes Ecker, 3:22 at the three-quarter mark. See what he's got on the end. He came in here with a 4:26, almost 4:27. I think they're going to better that mark. Those first two are getting out after it right now.
Ecker now showing the way. He's led for most of this race. Second place now is Nick Peterson of Green Bay Preble. He had the slowest qualifying time, but he is running in second.
Boy, Ecker really is putting it down right now. I'm impressed.
Jake Petri, the senior from Muskego, now moves into second, and he has his sights set on Ecker at the front. The state record in this event, Gabe Jennings, Madison East, 1997.
Ecker's trying to respond.
Here's Petri, Muskego. He's got Ecker, and it looks like he's going to get the first heat. He does.
Boy, Petri threw down about a 62-second last quarter there to get the win.
4:27 flat the time for Jake Petri. And we'll compare that to the results of our second section to determine our 1600-meter champion in Division 1. David Ecker was second, Nick Peterson third. Cade Farron of Beaver Dam was fourth in that first section of the 1600.